What's up, YouTube? This is Chris Albert. I have a new angle in my room, as you can see. Lighting's much better. It's because I bought a table. Finally could afford to buy a table from IKEA. It was only like 26 bucks, but whatever. First things first, happy birthday, United States Marine Corps. I had the honor of serving as a United States Marine for 6 years of my life. And congratulations and happy birthday to all the Marines serving around the world right now. 238 years of military tradition that we all honor as United States Marines. I had a question today from Chris from France. Here's the deal. He says, we always say that we have to train hard to have good results, but I'm a little bit confused about this idea. Does training hard mean train to failure? Do we have to perform each set of an exercise to failure? I see and hear lots of controversial ideas on this topic in the gym and on the internet. Here's the thing, Chris from France. It depends, right? It depends on what you're going for, and it depends on what you're trying to do. I'm going to answer this question in two parts. First things first, is it always necessary to train hard? Well, I'm going to say this, and a lot of you might be surprised given that I'm from Metroflex Gym, Long Beach, but I believe in training smart as opposed to training hard. That doesn't mean not train hard. I mean train smart. And what I mean by that is that you need to think about what your goal is, and you need to design your program toward the accomplishment of that goal. So if your goal is to be a bodybuilder, that means driving tons of blood into the muscle and activating as much muscle fiber as possible, as much type 2B muscle fiber as possible, along with type 2A and type 1, because you want a larger cross section of muscle fibers in order for growth. But driving that blood into those cells to try and achieve expansion, right? So sometimes you're going to want to go for failure. Other times you're going to want to just go for a light pump. But whatever you do, you are searching for that feeling of the muscle, right? Bodybuilding, a lot of times, is more finesse than it is brute force. There's an art to this. There's an art. It's not only just going beast mode and banging your head through walls and shit like that. You can achieve a lot of this stuff with a lot less risk of injury, of course, by training hard and going heavy, but by training smart and understanding what you need to do, as opposed to working in a bunch of stuff that just looks cool and makes you feel good because you lifted a lot of weight. So my philosophy there is very functional. You need to do what's necessary to make the muscle work, to build muscle, but I don't think it's necessarily necessary to kill yourself absolutely all the time. A lot of times you're going to need lighter workouts. A lot of times you're going to need to recover in order for that muscle fiber to grow. On the other hand, we have powerlifters, and I believe that powerlifters do need to include some maximal training into their workouts. I mean, by definition, that is the definition of a powerlifter. They lift maximal amounts of weights on a platform. So you need to be able to be prepared for the absolute worst case scenario should one of those movements go wrong. And so you see powerlifters working at maximal efforts, as well as working for maximum speed at submaximal weights. So powerlifters, yes, will go to failure at a 1 rep max or a 3 rep max or a 5 rep max, but they will also lift submaximally to achieve speed. Okay? Now, whatever you do, just don't be one of those motherfuckers I see in the gym always trying to bench press 315 and then having their buddy deadlift the friggin' weight off of their chest and then saying they did it, because I can't stand that fucking shit. Beyond that, that's pretty much my opinion. If you got any questions, you hit me up, gettingtoshredded@gmail.com. Also available for online coaching, as all of you know. And if you want to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram is getting2shredded. All right? Peace out, motherfuckers. I'm going to go to bed.